Okay guys, let's draw some crayons. So first thing we want to do whenever we start to draw anything is we look at the basic shape. So I would categorize this basic shape as a cylinder. So let's take a look at the cylinder and its properties. When we look at a cylinder from above, this is a circle, and then magically as your point of view changes, it looks more like an oval. So that's an important piece of information there. That is not a straight line, that is a curved line that is against my hand. Okay, so the back of the crayon, same thing. So when we look at it like this, it's a perfect circle. And as we look at it from this point of view, we can see that that top is not a straight line. Instead, it's more of like an oval shape. So now we've established the basic shape is a cylinder, and we know a little bit about the properties of a cylinder. Let's take a look at the crayon more deeply. The crayon has a line of symmetry. It is the same on both sides. The crayon is much longer than it is wide. That's also something to take into consideration. Okay, so let's start basically constructing our crayon. We're going to start with a line of symmetry. That's a great way to start. Now you could mark on your paper how tall you want your crayon. I want my crayon to be about that tall. Now, I'm going to make my crayon about this wide on either side, so I can use my fingers to measure, and I could make it about even on both sides. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way to the bottom with this parallel line on both sides, and then back up to the top. So now I have 3 parallel vertical lines. They are by no means perfectly straight. You could certainly use a ruler, but we're just in the sketching phase. So let's take a look at the bottom. Remember that bottom sort of comes to a curve. So across the bottom, I'm going to make a smile line. On the bottom, we see a peekaboo of the color part of the crayon. I'm going to go ahead and add that as a small concentric, meaning the same sort of curve, smile line. Let's scoot on up to the top. Let's take a look at the top. At the top, when I'm viewing this line of the end of the paper, it's a rainbow line. So you'll notice that it is the opposite of the line at the bottom. Fantastic. Now, going in just a teeny bit is this part of the crayon. So I'm going to tuck in just a tiny bit. I'm going to make 2 short vertical lines. Okay? We are parallel, but we're in a little bit from the edges. Then from there, I'm going to start to connect those again with that rainbow line. There we are. Now, I'm going to use this line of symmetry to sort of help me out. Things I know, the top of this portion of the crayon, this triangular part, is a little bit bigger than that. I'm going to add some interest to my drawing and kind of take a little liberty and make that a little bit rounded. Maybe my crayon's been used a little bit. And then I'm going to go down and connect it on the left and then on the right. Okay. Now from here, I can erase my line of symmetry. I don't need that line of symmetry any longer. And now I can start to add the detail. So some people like to add like little, labels on their crayon. You could certainly write your color name. You can write your name on your crayon. So that's how to draw your crayon in pencil. When we're lighting these, we're going to light from the right. So the top right. So that would mean this section of the crayon would be lighter. We got some mediums over here. And then down towards the bottom, we would have our darker values. You can certainly use even 3 different colored pencils. Perhaps this is purple. We use a light purple, a medium purple, and then a dark purple for the edge. You can even add a little bit of a white shine if you want it to as well.